Hello everybody, I come from Team 9 and today me and my teammate would like to present and provide a better understanding of strategy through the contents of the paper, Strategy as Strategic Decision Making. We hope you guys will enjoy it and now let's get started. Nowadays, many executives realize the fundamental issue of strategy in the coming decade. So the question here is, what is strategy? A simple and powerful definition for it. Strategy has to answer two basic questions. Where do you want to go and how do you want to get there? Many traditional approaches focus on the third questions through three steps. The first one, selecting an attractive market, choosing a defensible strategic position, and third one, building core competencies. Then later on, executives may move to address the second question. However, the ability of executives be overemphasized nowadays in analyzing and predicting the industry or strategic position. The market is changing rapidly, so there are a different perspective were adopted by many successful corporations which call competing on the edge. The heart of this approach is a combination of two questions, where and how to create a continuing flow of temporary and shifting competitive advantage. I know creating a series of shifting competitive advantage is challenging. However, the CEO of British Petroleum also stated that no advantage and no success is ever permanent. The winners are those who keep moving. You may not know this, but the most effective strategic decision makers make choices not only fast, high quality, but also widely supported. Does anyone feel curious of how did they do it? There are four important approaches to answer this question. The first is building collective intuitions that enhance the top management team to see the threat and the opportunity sooner and more accurately. Secondly, stimulating quick conflict in order to improve the quality of decision making without sacrificing significant time. The third one is maintaining a disciplined pace that leads to the decision process in timely conclusions. And finally, diffusing political behavior that creates unproductive conflict and wait time. Now, we move to the first section.
Hi guys, my name is Novovic and I will continue with the building collective intuition. In the early condition, there are a common throws of strategic decision making, such as no time for formal mixing and carefully consideration of intensive information. Therefore, executives normally focus on limited and decision-specific data, concentrate only the decision quickly. This factor leads strategic decision making ineffective. There are four important factors of an effective strategic decision making approach. Firstly, an effective strategic decision makers use much as more information to analyze. Secondly, they organize rarely intensive meetings and rarely misses. Thirdly, they rely on intensive real-time information about internal and external operations. Finally, they avoid accounting-based information because they are likely to be wrong when they tend to stay behind business realities and the prediction of the future. From intensive and real-time information, executives are able to build a collective intuition that allows them to seize the opportunity and more quickly accurate. Example, I would like to read out a good example Mercury, a suggested computer venture. They have a really effective management team who have the ability to reposition the firm wisely when opportunity change. So, how do they do? The answer is they measure everything, internal, external operation information. Mercury's top management team members play key role in gathering and reporting the data from the error which they responsible. As another company name is started, a robot lists the multiple technologies beyond the business all night, a day-long meeting every 4 weeks, in order to enhance the manager understanding the data. Moreover, they will cover one or two critical strategic issues they are facing in order to signaling collaborative opportunities, safety, and collective strategy. Therefore, sharing information at intensive meetings is an essential part of building collective infusion. So, why do real-time and smart attend meetings lead to more effective strategic decision making? Firstly, intense interaction creates a team of managers who know each other well, and they are able to make frank conversation and willing to express diverse views. Secondly, with intensive interaction, managers naturally organize an adaptable team member role, such as short-term versus long-term. A range of perspectives will improve the quality of the decision, and so that managers consider different sides of the issue. Last but not least, a deep intuition or rich feeling is created through experience and give a manager a better understanding of training in competitive dynamics. This intuition gives a manager a head start in recognizing and understanding strategic issues. Okay, and my friend will continue with this part.
So I will continue the stimulate quick conflict, and I will start with define conflict. As you know, different people with different goals and needs. This leads to conflict in team or organization at any time. Conflict is important for effective problem solving and for effective interpersonal relationship. However, conflict is usually important. Many people don't know how to participate in and manage conflict in a positive way. This can lose solidarity as well as efficiency in team or company. Besides that, stimulating conflict improves the quality of strategy thinking without take more time. Moreover, it stimulates innovative thinking and create a better understanding and improve decision effectiveness. Without conflict decision make many pupils miss opportunity to question and overlook key elements of a decision. So next we move on the effective strategic decision. We divide into two parts. Set up that diverse group and use frame breaking technique. Firstly, I talk about set up diverse group. Advantage company, the executive team ranks in age from late 20 to mid 50, and the group includes several Europeans and women. Two members hold PhD in electrical engineering and computer science. Respectively, the resident has an economic degree, an MBA, and manufacturing experience. The vice president of engineering came from a competitor. And as you can see in the case at the paper, the senior sales executive is a well-traveled industry before setting at Banner several years ago. You can see as the research, many people at different positions in the company, they lead to the different in perspective across the age group. The older executives usually rely on their expertise from the industry and from other companies to understand strategic choice. And another way, using frame breaking tactics that create alternative to obvious points of view. For example, Jupiter company launched its decision-making process to deal with several alternatives for that business. we can see, for example, first, develop several alternatives for business. Second, run the business on two bigger strategic business units. The two business could then leverage a common marketing channel. And the third, combine business with an existing business with additional technology. And the final option, they sell the business, and Jupiter quickly compare options and came up with 3 or 4 solutions for everything in a company. Let's move on. The question in the past: why do diverse team frame-working technique and multiple alternatives lead to faster conflict and ultimately more effective decision? People from diverse backgrounds can lead to improved and more accurate group thinking. This leads to you can have the more people and the more opportunity. You have to approach a problem from different angles. For example, some groups are hormone channels, or it means all students are from the same male or female union, while others have a new one from one male or another female. The more hormone channels group feel more confident in collective decision, but often go wrong. Those who benefit from the new perspective of outside another people enjoy the group, and now they can complete the task with far greater accuracy. And the final part, we are resolving conflict. We have 3 key elements in the past. Firstly, understanding in the team. Understanding people is important, and we need to skill listening, and more listening and less talking to understanding, and you can show understanding of the problem with each other. This will help you can understand everybody in the team and easily to collect the solution to solve problem. And second, interpreting. You need brainstorm possible solution for the conflict. You can see that their side and your side, another people in the team, and then you generate a plan that will meet the need of both personality styles. And finally, communicating. Then you have a planning for the group. You discuss and debate opinion by opinion, and another rely on your opinion, and this lead to the preferred communication between people in the team. As the result, you can evaluate your communication with one another, and you can easily do cooperation with team, and the company have a common goals. Find a better result in the future.
I will continue. My part is maintaining the pace, and my presentation is divided into 5 parts. Firstly, I will talk about understanding pay decision-making model, and second, trend in maintain pay decision-making, and third, strategy in maintaining pace, next, action in maintaining pace, and then contextual with qualification, and final, I show you example. Well, I will start with some general information about pay decision-making model. P is mean state the problem, A is lead the alternative, C is identify criteria, and E evaluation the options. So final we make decision. When you have to make a choice, how do you decide what to do? And your choice will work better for you instead of just letting them happen. So now we move on to the next part. Trend in maintain pay decision making. The purpose of maintain the pay in decision making is more efficient and have planned goals. So if a decision takes a less time, try to signal enough to management team attention. And if a decision takes a longer, management decides to fix an issue. So we need 3 methods to maintain pace more efficiently. So firstly, specify time frame. Secondly, group the task. And finally, skillfully cut off the pay with such methods consensus with qualification. And next, challenges in maintaining pace. Firstly, avoid the dilemma. We should maintain decision pace, not pushing decision speed. Secondly, set a rhythm and tempo around. We should follow the natural rhythm of strategic choice. Finally, gauge the scale of a decision. We need to recognize similar among strategic decisions. Let's look now at action in maintaining pace. Firstly, launch the decision-making process boundaries. Second, you rule of thumb for how long a major decision should take. And third, adjust the scope of a decision to fit the allotted time frame. Fourth, establish milestones and adjust the decision scope. And finally, take the prototype instead of analyzing options in the abstract. After that, one of the most effective methods for cutting off the pay was a two-step method called consensus with qualification. And bring decision-making to a close, manager conduct the decision progress. Choice is made when consensus is reached. You voting if consensus does not emerge, allow manager to make the decision. And finally, I show you example. The problem, you are moving to a new city and you need an apartment. Which one would work best for you? And then you see the list for a one-bedroom apartment on Main Street, one-bedroom apartment on Peaceful Bank, and two-bedroom apartment on Distant Place. So we should decide some factors like rent, noise, safety, and public transportation. So for one-bedroom apartment, one Main Street, we rent 800 per month, and one-bedroom apartment on Peaceful Lane we rent for 900 per month. So, but the noisy or fire, some traffic, or we decide safety grant or not grant, or public transportation, but like or no. So we choose the apartment best for you. So thank you for listening. My partner will continue.
Now I will talk the next part, diffusing politics. According to the successful exclusive political behavior affect negatively the effectiveness of making daily decisions. Using political behavior information will be used for personal advantage. Failed information based leading to poor decision-making processes. So, diffusing politics is a way for managers to manage information and define more effective strategies. There are three ways for managers can apply. First one is create common goals. Now I will talk about the create common goals. Raising awareness in creating common goals helps to emphasize the success that comes from the collective as well as focusing on the common competitor. Goals also give managers have a sense of shared practice. They see themselves as players on the same team, not as competitors. For example, in one company, if the manager can encourage all employees on realize the common competitor and knowing what the goal they must be followed successfully, there will be no competition among employees and they will enhance the collective trade. The next approach is about talent power structure. A more direct way to dispute politics is through a balanced power structure in which each important decision maker has a clear responsibility, with the leader will be the most powerful decision maker. Hiring people and letting them run their own programs, clearly defining responsibilities, makes it easy for managers to help each other and share information because each decision maker operates has a same power. For example, at Finance, the CEO is described as a team player who is the most powerful person on the executive team, but that direct decision making only in the job relating to corporate organization. Other members of the executive team direct or other with another area product development, such as supply chain. The final part is humor. Humor also disputes politics. Executive change decision makers often reduce stress by making business fun. Humor reflects the prospect of cooperation. It puts people in a positive mood. Research has shown that people with positive thinking frameworks are more aware of each other as human and more optimistic, more creative in problem-solving, forgiving, and cooperating. Humor also allows managers to transfer negative information in a less threatening way. For example, companies organize team building. Everyone in the company play games together. Help employees in the company understanding each other better and easily work together at work.